Video today I'm going to be comparing the 101 Dalmatians franchise to the Journey to the Center of the Earth franchise. In the case of Journey to the Center of the Earth, the highest score for this franchise is an 84% for the 1959 color movie. In the case of 101 Dalmatians, the highest score is 98% for the original 1961 Disney animated film. So 101 Dalmatians wins this round. Then when you look at lowest score for each franchise, in the case of 101 Dalmatians, the movie 102 Dalmatians, which is a sequel to the 1996 101 Dalmatians movie, that's actually a remake of the 1961 Disney animated film, has the lowest score of only 30%. With Journey to the Center of the Earth, this movie that in English is called Where Time Began, which is actually a Spanish film that came out in 1977, has the lowest score of only 17%. 101 Dalmatians wins here. Then when you look at average score, with 101 Dalmatians, you have an average of 62. With Journey to the Center of the Earth, you have an average of 51. Dalmatians wins again. Then when you look at gap between lowest and highest score, in the case of 101 Dalmatians, you have a gap of 68. With Journey to the Center of the Earth, you have a gap of 67. So by literally only 1%, Journey to the Center of the Earth wins this round, but because 101 Dalmatians already won 3 rounds, it's already going to win this debate regardless of my personal opinion. But let's look at now, which franchise do I prefer? In the case of 101 Dalmatians, I think the original 1961 Disney animated film is great. I think the story here is quite engaging. You have this guy, Roger, who at the beginning we can see is lonely. He likes music, he likes to play on his piano. He just has his dog Pongo, but then this Dalmatian Pongo sees a female Dalmatian Perdita who he likes, and so he has Roger chase after Perdita, and thus Roger ends up meeting Perdita's owner, Anita. The two of them fall in love. Pongo and Perdita also fall in love and end up having puppies. Then we meet this lady that Anita knows from her past, Cruella de Vil, who is one of the most rotten, vile, and despicable villains I think has ever been put in a movie, because she's totally fine with murdering and skinning a bunch of cute, innocent puppies. That is a truly disgusting thing to do. It's like how, frankly, I find High Evolutionary more despicable than Thanos. And Thanos is technically responsible for more deaths, but it's not as direct, it's not as personal. With High Evolutionary, it is personal. And also reminds me about John Wick. You hate the bad guys so much, not because they beat up John Wick, stole his car, broke into his house. No. It's because they had the audacity to kill John Wick's dog unnecessarily. That's the straw that breaks the camel's back. You're like, oh, you had the nerve to be cruel to an innocent animal. I hope you all die horribly. In the case of Cruella, on an emotional level, I'm like, oh man, I want you to suffer in a way that you could never get away with in a Disney movie. I also think the animation in this film is great. I like how it's this heist movie about talking dogs. I like the characters here. And then when it comes to the 1996 movie, I think this is actually a good remake. Is it my favorite Disney live action remake? No, but I think it's a solid remake that does change things up. There's definitely a good amount of things this one has in common with the original film. You still have Pongo leading Roger to Perdita and Anita. The two of them fall in love. The Dalmatians have puppies. Cruella wants to murder and skin them, and then by the end, the family adopts all these puppies. But in this case, actually, the animals aren't talking, unlike in the original movie. And this one switches up the formula to make it more of this Home Alone-esque slapstick family comedy movie about cute dogs. I think that's pretty interesting. When it comes to 101 Dalmatians 2 Patch's Adventure, the direct-to-video sequel to the original 1961 animated movie, I think this one is really good. I like the story it tells about one of the puppies, Patch, is worried that he's just another one of the 101 Dalmatians. He's thinking, what makes me stand out? I'm just another one of the puppies. There's nothing distinctive about me. We learn he really likes this TV show about a wonder dog. And then he actually gets to meet his hero, but he finds out that actually his hero is really just an actor. But then by the end of the movie, this wonder dog actually steps up to the plate and actually does become the hero in real life. And by the end, Patch is back with his family again. In the case of 102 Dalmatians, I have not seen this movie. What I've heard about it makes me go, ooh, yeah, I'm not interested in that. I don't want to watch it. In the case of Cruella, I actually watched this movie for the first time not long ago, and I thought, oh man, this one is frustrating because there's good visuals in here. The film has a distinctive style to it. There's certainly good performances. But there's a big issue looming over this whole movie for me, which is that no matter how well done it may be, I don't like the central premise of this movie. So at the end of the day, I don't think Cruella should ever have been made in the first place. I certainly don't like her getting a Cruella 2. Disney's heading down a path that I'm just not interested in. That's the problem here. No matter how many good things I can say about Cruella, at the end of the day, this is just not a story I'm interested in or that I want to see. I'm not interested in Cruella's backstory, learning more about her. I'm not interested in her being made sympathetic or more understandable. No, when you're talking about a villain as despicable as Cruella, I don't want to get a whole movie about her. I was thinking by the time the movie ended, man, if Disney had just used these visuals and this style with a different main character, I would have liked the movie a lot more. As is, I only think the movie is just okay. In the case of Journey to the Center of the Earth, I like the 2008 version of Brendan Fraser. It's just a really fun, entertaining movie that also has some heart to it, where Brendan Fraser is this guy who has a nephew. The nephew's dad, Brendan Fraser's character's brother, died. This guy doesn't really know how to be there for his nephew, but then by the end of the movie, the nephew and him are actually on better terms. They've repaired their relationship, and then they get to go down to this world in the center of the earth where they encounter all these creatures. Then I like Journey to the Mysterious Island as well with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think it's a well done movie as a story that I like. This guy played by Dwayne Johnson, who at first is the stepdad coming onto the scene, so he doesn't know how to connect with this kid played by Josh Hutcherson. But then because of this journey the two of them go on, they learn to connect more. I like the visuals here. In the case of the 1959 movie, I would say this one actually is closer to the original book written by Jules Verne's, which I actually read in audiobook form not long ago. I thought was really good. I really enjoyed the 1959 movie. I have not seen Where Time Began. So I personally would actually choose the Journey to the Center of the Earth franchise. I think it's just more I think it's more consistent because with 101 Dalmatians, you basically have 3 movies in here that I like, and then one that I haven't seen, and one Cruella that I don't like that much. With Journey to the Center of the Earth, out of 4 movies, I like 3 of them, and there's only one of them that I haven't seen. But 101 Dalmatians is going to win this debate, and that'll be it for now.